For the best deals on tires and rims, go to tiresourcecanada.ca. And don't forget to use their promo code HOC5 for a 5% discount on all the online orders. The link is in the description below. Hi guys, and welcome to another video. If you're already a subscriber, thank you and welcome back. But if you're new, please consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell so you know when the next video drops. Those who follow my channel know that I was able to reserve a Kia EV9 when it was launched online only in Canada. There were only 527 units up for grabs and were all sold out. And then I was able to reserve one. There's a whole video on how that happened, and if you are interested, you can search for it by typing High on Cars, name of the channel, followed by EV9 in the YouTube search bar, and you'll find it. I reserved the Land all-wheel drive premium package in Panthera metal paint with brown interior, but I really wanted the GT line, which is only one trim up. And the only reason I did not order it because the rumored pricing said that the price difference was $12,000, and it turned out to be only $4,000. And now I'm so pissed at myself. I should have just followed my gut and ordered the GT line and took that leap of faith. Anyways, the damage is done. I tried changing it after by contacting Kia Canada and the dealership, and cannot be done. But I haven't given up. I've asked the dealership to let me know if they have any cancellations for a GT line, or somebody who might want to swap it for a lower trim, just one lower, mine, Land all-wheel drive premium, for whatever reason. So let's see what happens. Fingers crossed. The dealership now has a demo unit, and I'm going there for a test drive. Now, it's not the same trim. It's the base rear-wheel drive model, and substantially low on power than what I ordered. So it's going to be a different experience. But at least I'll get the feel for the dimensions of the car. Exterior, interior, build quality, and get my first impressions of the car as a whole. Here's the key. Pretty lightweight, large, but very lightweight. Lock, unlock. Open the trunk, sound the alarm, and at the back, open the frunk. Pretty sure this hold is to press and hold to maybe start the car for climate control. Let's start by comparing the dimensions of the EV6 and the EV9. I've aligned them perfectly, as you can see from the back. And this shouldn't come as a surprise, even though I was surprised, but then it makes sense because when the EV6 was launched, they said it has the same wheelbase as a Telluride. In length, they're almost similar. The EV9 is just a little longer, just a little. I can check the numbers online on the Kia website to see what officially it says, but they look similar in width. Let's take a look at the back. You can see the EV9 is wider at the back and obviously has much more room inside. Now I'm going to park my EV6 and take a look at the EV9 interior. This is the Wind rear-wheel drive, 201 horsepower and 258 pound-feet of torque, 19-inch wheels, 255 60/19 from the factory, Kumho Krugen HP71, Krugen EV HP71. Door handles feel pretty solid, easy to open. Nice big bins for the driver's side and the passenger side. Here's your first row. Let's get inside. It is pretty cold today. The start button is actually on the gear lever, which is behind the steering wheel. Put on the brake and press this EV button and the car starts. For some odd reason, the heated steering wheel button is here on the door. I'm going to turn the heated seats on too. It's cold today. I already have the climate control off because I have to reduce the ambient noise for this video. Now, 12.3 inches of screen, 12.3 inches and 5 inches in the middle. Combined, they give you this illusion of a big screen. Love it. I love what they've done here. As you can see, I'm sliding my finger, but none of the options are getting selected. You actually have to press for something to happen. Unfortunately, it still has this sticker on top, the screen, and we can't clearly see what's behind. So I guess we'll do a detailed review when I get mine. Lots of USB-C ports, huge cup holders, huge space at the bottom, wireless charger, button to enable or disable the parking sensors, camera, hill assist, auto hold, and a fingerprint reader. I don't think you can start the car with this, but if not, you can at the very least set different profiles, and once you scan your finger, it will bring the settings to whatever you prefer. Climate controls, volume control. This is the wind, so we don't have a sunroof here. Aww, 143. How cute is that? The range. It's only at 31%. This seat is configured for me at 5'6". I have tons of headroom. Now let's see how it is to sit behind myself. Lots of leg space, lots of head space, even for somebody taller than me. Now let me get in the third row behind myself and see what the head space and the leg space looks like. To access the third row, push this button and the seat slides forward. Get in and then manually. And as you can see, lots of headroom, even for somebody taller, and lots of leg room. Even if somebody is taller, they will be comfortable here, even if their legs are touching just a little. But this truly is an SUV designed for adults, even in the third row. Very impressive. To get out, just push this button and the seat slides forward, and then you just step out. Step out and then just push the seat back and it locks into place. So I believe this button is used to go in and this to come out once you're in the back. So if I push this button, it's going to do the same thing. Let's say you're in the back seat. Now you push this button from the back and it will do the same thing, so you can come out. You'll use this lever to fold or adjust the recline. Okay, I locked it in place. Never mind. And you're going to use this lever right here to slide it back and forth. Just like so. Now it's aligned with the other seat. It also has the armrest and the cup holders because this has a bench. The all-wheel drive models get the captain's seats. Cup holders and a USB-C port, even for the third row. And the reading lights. The door bins of the second row can hold small bottles, not big bottles. Big cup holders though. And these buttons you can actually use to move the passenger seat forward if you're sitting in the second row and you need more leg space. Sitting in the back seat makes you feel like the dashboard is so far. We have this little cubby here, cup holders, USB-C ports. To open the trunk, just press and hold this button and it's opened. Large opening to the trunk, decent space even behind the third row, but if you want more space, you can always fold it by holding this. There you go. Now that's a massive trunk. Massive. And I love this. You can use this button just to close the trunk and this to close and lock the car. So let's just close it. To open the front, push this button twice. And there's no secondary latch here, so you just have to come and open it with one hand. Nice deep frunk. Your air filter sits behind this place. This is the rear-wheel drive model, so that's why it has a deep front. The all-wheel drive ones will not have a front this deep. Well, if for some reason somebody's locked in here, they can just unlock it using this emergency button here, which you can access by opening this and then pressing it. Washer fluid. To the left of the steering wheel, you have your cruise control options. This one will select your different pages on the gauge cluster. And if any of the options has multiple pages, you can use this scroll button right here to go through them. This side is for volume and other media controls. And this is your drive mode button. Eco, normal, sport. Let's start in Eco, and then we'll make our way up. Now that we have the gear lever on the steering column, to get started, foot on the brake, twist it upwards for drive, down for neutral, but to go in reverse, you can't just lightly do it. You have to give it a big tug, and then it goes into drive. To park, just push this button in. And what's cool about this is once you put the car in park, it automatically engages e-brake. And once you put it in drive, it disengages it. Okay, considering it's almost a 7,000 pound vehicle and only 258 pound-feet of torque, and it's in eco mode, it actually moved pretty decently. Eco is not bad. Normal is obviously better. Sport, much better. Actually drives pretty nicely considering it only has 201 horsepower and 258 pound-feet of torque. All thanks to the electric powertrain, because you don't have to rev an engine like an ICE vehicle to get to that max horsepower and that max torque. With electric cars, all that max torque is available from 0 RPM. And that's the beauty of electric cars. The driving experience is so much nicer, so much better. On a side road here. Okay, so the car does not have winter tires on it. It has the stock all seasons. It is rear-wheel drive, and it's cold, -2 degrees Celsius. And I purposely took a sharp right turn. Very impressive. The traction, wow. I was expecting it to slide the tail out a little. No, granted, I wasn't going crazy with it. It's a demo unit, it's brand new, it belongs to the dealership. I can't abuse it. And also, just to be responsible, but I had to do just a little to see. Before test driving, when just the numbers came out, I was like, 201 horsepower for such a big beast? It's totally doable. I don't think you can pull this off with an ICE vehicle. With this one, no problem. I can only imagine what my all-wheel drive will feel like. Okay. This is a little dirt road. And obviously it's rear-wheel drive, so, you know, just a little tail out, but handled pretty well. You know what? I'm impressed. And I'm glad I ordered it. It has an incredible turning radius. I just realized that. Verdict? It does not feel underpowered, considering it only has 201 horsepower and only 258 pound-feet of torque for a 7-seater, huge SUV weighing 7,000 pounds. Well done, Kia. What happens if I punch it?
Nothing. Well, that's okay. Weighs 7,000 pounds. Has only 201 horsepower. 258 pound-feet of torque. But my all-wheel drive, 516 pound-feet of torque. Yeah, that's gonna punch. Can't wait. But I'm still impressed. Very good. So, if you ordered a rear-wheel drive Vint, you're not going to be disappointed, put it this way. All right, back at the dealership. Very impressed. I hope you found the video useful, and if you haven't already, please like, subscribe, comment, share, and thank you for watching.